again. I am talking about if only I had discovered the financial markets advantage earlier than I did. We had started before and seemed to have some network jamming issue, which was the very first of such experience that I'm having in the live. So let me hang on for a second and see whether people are still able to join. Okay, so let me know if you can hear me this time. Okay, Erasmus. Yes, so it's like we are back on. If you can hear me well, just okay, very good. Okay, all right, excellent. So Brenda, is it better now? Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Just give me some thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, good. All right, so that was strange. I'm not sure what happened. And I thought that instead of just going on for myself and then you are not able to join, that we're going to start all over again. So let's talk about it. Let's start afresh and then follow me as I show you the incredible financial market advantage that you and I are sitting on today. All right, so let's go over it again so that we can pick up the vibes that we started with and the energy that we started with earlier. So if you bought 100 shares of Apple in the year 2000, it would have cost you $130. Somebody just type $130. Type $130. Just make sure that you're following in the comment section. Okay, so this guy here, roughly what I'm holding in my hand, would have gotten you 100 shares of Apple in the year 2000. Okay, so follow me as I share with you the journey of the $100 in 2000. In June, 21st June 2020, Apple did a 2-for-1 stock split. What that meant was that your 100 shares that you started with in January, by June, it has become 200 shares. Okay, 28th February of 2005, Apple did another stock split, 2-for-1. Are you following? Meaning that your original 100 shares that became 200 shares now become 400 shares. That was in 2005. You now have 400 shares from the original 100 shares. Now, in June of 2014, specifically 9th June of 2014, Apple does another insane stock split. This time, they gave 7-for-1. Therefore, the 400 shares that you had in 2005 now becomes 2,800 in 2020. Follow carefully. We started with 100 shares in the year 2000. Now it is 2020, the year of the pandemic, and we have 2,800 shares. It hasn't ended. By August the 31st of 2020, Apple now does another 4-to-1 split. I beg your pardon, the 7-for-1 was done in 2014. The 7-to-1 was done in 2014, and it became 2,800 shares. Then in 2020, August, they did another 4-for-1 split, meaning that your 2,800 shares that you had in 2014, in 2020, it becomes 11,000 200 shares. Isn't this insane? You started with 100 shares, and then 20 years later, in 2020, the 100 shares you started with in 2000 have become 11,200 shares. Okay. Do you remember how much you bought this originally? You remember how much you bought the $100? Yes, somebody put it in the chat session. That was $130. Okay, so let's find out what the value of Apple is today. Not 100 shares, but 11,200 shares. So as at this moment, Apple is $201.64 per share. Meaning that your 11,200 shares of Apple as at today, 2025, June 24th, is 2 million, are you getting it? $2,258,000. Please type it in the comment section. Let's see it. You know, sometimes these things they're more powerful when you're looking at it, when it's written down. $2,258,000. Type it in the comment section. I want to make sure you guys are still with me because I don't see the comment section moving again like it used to do. So I hope the network is not. Yeah, South Africa is not 2 million, no. It's more than 2 million. 2,258,000. Exactly, Uche, that's it. Is somebody's mind not blown already? I mean, we can just end this tonight here. You invested $130 in the year 2000. Today, June 2025, that $130, this guy has become $2.3 million. It means somebody's mind is not blown yet. It means that you don't have good spin position. Because I really want this thing I really want it to sink in. We are talking about the financial markets advantage. This is incredible. $130 in 25 years. $2.3 million. Let me ask all of us here, everyone listening to this. Did you have $130 in the year 2000? Or if you wanted to find $130, could you have found it? Everybody answer, yes or no. Did you have $130 in 2000? Type yes or no. I don't even want to think about it myself because I was working. So yours is no. Okay, a couple of no's. But I had more than $130 in 2000. I remember in 2000 I was working with Chevron. At that time, I earned that money like my per diem in one day. So like my 1 day per diem traveling in the US in 2020 as a Chevron employee, with my 1 day per diem, I could have bought 100 shares of Apple with 1 day per diem in my trip to San Ramon. Yeah, that's what it's called, San Ramon, or to Houston. And if I did that, if I bought 100 while I was in the US there, if I had actually bought $130 worth of Apple shares, then today I'm going to be sitting on $2.3 million from that one single thing. You need to understand the financial markets advantage. You need to understand the power. Because it just shocks me that many people are in their 30s, in their 40s, and in their 50s, and they do not own any single asset in the financial market. Okay, now, before you say or you think, okay, it's just American stocks, let's come down to Africa. Let's talk about Presco. Okay, and then let's not go way back into 2000. Let's even start with 2005, 20 years ago. Presco, 20 years ago, 2005, the share price of Presco was 4 naira 52 kobo. So follow me carefully. It was 4 naira 52 kobo. Let's say you bought 1 million shares of Presco. Because many of us had money. I had money. So sometimes when you see me screaming at people during these sessions who are abusing money, who are earning money, they're 9 to 5 and they are abusing it, they are cannibalizing their capital, you have no idea the depth from where that my anger is coming from. Because I see you young people making exactly the same mistake that I made. In 2005, I had 5 million naira that I could have used to buy 1 million shares of Presco at 4 naira 52 kobo. Okay, so let's say I did it. But I didn't. I was buying cars. Even borrowing money from the Chevron cooperative that I belong to buy cars. I was taking vacations, summer vacations with the family. Just one vacation, just delaying one vacation, saying, okay, 2005, we're not going to go on vacation. 2004, we're not going to go on vacation, either to the UK or to the United States or Canada or wherever, all those places that we used to travel. And I said, okay, instead of traveling, let me buy 1 million shares of Presco at 4 naira 52 kobo. Okay, so that initial investment would have been 4.52 million. The current value as at today of Presco, the current price per share of Presco is 1,275 naira per share. Remember I told you, just 2005, it was 4 naira 52 kobo. Today is 1,275 naira. So I would have been sitting comfortably on 1.275 billion B. I would have been sitting on 1.3 billion. And you see, my English accent would have been a little bit, different, more polished than the way I'm speaking to you. You can still feel that very hard accent, coming, probably would have been soft, very soft English. Hello, how are you doing today? Can I buy you some tea? Very different. But it's not, because I didn't. 1.2 billion. Now, that's just the share price. We are not even talking about the dividends that Presco has given within that time. So let's take a conservative 1,800 naira per dividend within this time. That would have been an additional 180 million to the 1.3 billion. So I would have been walking around today softly with close to 1.5 billion from just one Presco. And then you don't even need to go far back to 2005. Just November last year, I was recommending to my people, to the people who follow me, and to the Financial Fitness Challenge group at the time, I said to them, buy Presco. Presco was 450 naira at the time. I said, buy. I said, buy Presco, and I told people, buy UACN. Some of you who follow me may remember that time, November last year. And then, so people who listen bought Presco. Presco at 450 to 415 naira. I bought at 450. Bought UACN at 22. UACN is about 36, 37 naira today. Meaning, if I had put in UACN, if I had put in some, let's say 22 million, I like thinking in 1 million shares. Think big. That today would be 37 million within 7 months. Within 6 to 7 months. Not counting the dividends. Are you understanding the financial market's advantage? And then, so those of us who bought Presco at 450 naira per share, today is 1,275. That is within 7 months. Do you realize that you can retire in the financial market within 1 to 3 years if you play your... I've just demonstrated that. You could have retired like on Presco alone. So when I walk around and I see people who, you're talking about the financial markets, they have no idea. Unfortunately, because partly it's not your fault and it's not my fault, because nobody taught us these things. These are the things that they should be teaching us in school. Who teaches you these things? And there are people in America, in Europe, in Africa, in Nigeria, making this money. People play this game. And they are not the kind of people you see on social media. People play this game. This game I just showed you now about Apple. Do you know people played that game? There were people who did not just buy 100 shares of Apple in 2000. They bought 10,000. Can you do the math? 100 shares of Apple in 2000 is giving you $2.4 million today. 100. But there were people who bought 1,000. There were people who bought 10,000. See, 100. Put 10 there. That would have just been $1,310. Put another 0 to 2.3 million. That's $23 million today. So I could have comfortably retired, because in my job in Chevron, they were paying me that money per diem. I could easily from one trip have bought 1,000 shares of Apple when I was in America. But I didn't know about it, because all that school taught me was all I knew. They just taught me about the labor market. Labor market. Go, get a degree, make sure you do well, come first in class, come out with a glowing piece of paper, the course certificate, and then come out, enter the job market. That's how. But the job market is terrible. You trade your time for money. It's a one-to-one, no leverage, just one-to-one effort. If you don't appear to work, you don't earn nothing. It's not scalable, because somebody determines how much you are going to earn. Many of you are underpaid. Many of you are underpaid. And then on top of the underpayment, you are taking so much abuse. The employer is abusing you seriously. Especially, if you're working for those one-man companies. You can tell us your experience in the comment section. Because I'm a street person. I meet people in the street, so I know what you're going through. They abuse you, and yet they determine the cap, what you can earn. And then you only earn money once a month. Who wrote that law? Who actually told you that you can only earn money once a month? And then for some of you in the United States, you probably earn money every 2 weeks or something. Twice in the week, in the month. But owners are earning money 24/7. The billionaires that you know count their money. in minutes and seconds. Just go online, type how much Elon Musk makes every minute. You will go to bed shattered. Type how much, what are all these billionaires? How much does Oprah make every minute? How much does Bill Gates make? Just have fun. Do it. These people earn by minutes, and you're earning by month. Doing 9 to 5 in the labor market. The labor market is horrible. The labor market is horrible. But I have just demonstrated to you that money doesn't grow in bank accounts. It grows in markets, in the financial markets. Yeah. Money doesn't grow in bank accounts. It grows in the financial markets. So you will do yourself a favor to start playing in the financial markets, because money isn't something you earn, it's something you own. So you need to come with ownership mindset. And then another mindset is to understand that your money can work better and faster for you than you can work for it. Therefore, put your money to work. That's what you do in the financial markets. That's the financial market's advantage. Instead of you, because in the labor market, you are working for money, trading your time for money with all kinds of abuse. All kinds of abuse. You have work to deliver today, but your mother in the village is terribly sick, needs to be rushed to the hospital. The labor market is is brutal. You can't even go, you can't travel to help your mother. You can't even travel. And then some of you have been in that situation, and then your mother died because you were at work. And then you had no leave. You knew that if you left that work, and they tell you, oh, no, your leave days, your compassionate leave days are gone. The other day, you said it was your son, and then you took 7 days. The other day, it was your sister. You took, and now it's your mother. And they will call you and say, guy, please consider if you really want to work here. It is brutal. But the financial markets, can you imagine that $130 for 100 shares of Apple in 2000? That is about, for some of you, if you're earning, let's say, $20 per hour, do you know that $130 that would have bought you 100 shares of Apple that would have become $2.3 million in 2025? Do you know that $130 at $20 per hour, that is 6.5 or just say 7 hours of your dear life that you can never get back? And then to get another $130, you have to work another 7 hours. But $130 that you planted in 2000 was doing the work, working for itself, working for you. Because in the financial market, money doesn't sleep. Money doesn't sleep. I just paid a mentor in cryptocurrency. Fantastic guy. My eyes are opening. I'm just like, oh my God. Why didn't I get into this thing earlier? Because money making is easy if you have the knowledge and if you have the coaching. Remember I told you in an earlier episode, quickest way to get wealth, instead of trying to figure it out by yourself, pay somebody who has figured it out and listen to them closely. Because some of you join the Financial Fitness Challenge, but you are not taking instructions. You still come there, and then you are still doing your old way, trying to struggle, hustle. And then the person who has done it is telling you, calm down, follow these steps. Follow these steps. When we deal with the cobwebs in your mind is going to have clarity to make you money. But you're in a hurry. So this guy in crypto has been doing it for over 10 years, succeeding. He he showed me, and he's a very, honest guy, because I ran away from crypto where in those early days, because I got scammed, 2 times. Now I know why. Because the people who were introducing crypto to me had no idea what they were doing. Unlike this guy, we started with education. And so something I couldn't crack, like in the past 10 years of crypto or something, this guy just paid him. I paid him, and I paid him in dollars. And he's telling me, do this, do this. And as I'm doing it, I'm also beginning to learn, on my own. And it's like, oh my God. Making money is easy if you know what you're doing, and if you have a guide, if you have someone who is coaching you, who is telling you whatever. And then if you're actually ready to commit, not just to paying for the mentorship of the coaching, but to actually follow instruction and to do it. But see, many of us choose the hard way of making money. Every day you wake up 4 a.m., enter traffic. For what? You go to work. And then they will pay you, not every day. They will pay you at the end of a month, and they call it salary, which is a drug. Many of you have been on drug called salary for 20 years. And then you look behind you. There's nothing to show for it. And it's like the system just pays you enough, just enough to keep you alive and to keep you coming. Keep you coming back. And you've done it for 20 years. All your life revolves around trade your time for money, then spend the money, then go back and trade more time for money, spend it. Before you know it, you're 55. You look behind you, nothing. Absolutely nothing to show for it. Okay. So, what? What now? What are you going to do with this information? If I see you in another 10 years, am I still going to give you this same lecture? Am I still going to tell you, pick one stock today? Like there's some penny stocks I have recommended for some of you who are in the Financial Fitness Challenge. And I've been encouraging you to buy, to at least build up to at least 1 million. My target is always for everyone, for every penny stock, it's always for 1 million. And the funny thing, which I find strange, is that when you target 1 million, you get, the money comes. The money comes. I don't know when, but I just say these penny stocks, I want to buy them and keep them for 5 years minimum. Let it sweat. Let the asset sweat. So that I will not always be looking back in regret. Oh, I wish I bought Apple when it was this. Oh, I wish I bought Bitcoin. I bought Bitcoin when it was $1,000. As of today, it's about $103,000. And I'm getting in now at $105,000. I'm getting in now because in another 5-10 years, it's going to be like $1 million. And then we'll be saying, oh my God, at this time, so investment is always expensive and inconvenient when it is happening, until you now go into the future and look back and discover, oh my God, what did I do to myself? I should have gotten in when Obo said I should get into the financial markets. All right, so this is what you can do. Take the information I've given you today, do it yourself, or you can join my paid coaching group. Because people keep on DMing me, I want you to mentor me, it's difficult to do individual. I have a couple of people I'm coaching one-on-one. It's actually far more difficult doing that one-on-one than the group thing, because in the group, people learn. You leverage the experience and the backgrounds of different people, in the current group and then the previous group, people from all over the world, incredibly gifted people, talented people who are much better than me in many of these things. There are people who actually are better in picking stocks than me in the Financial Fitness Challenge. There are people into crypto. I'm not into that, so I can't teach what I've not practiced. But there are people there. There are people who are doing a faceless YouTube channel and they are teaching, volunteering. I'm not teaching that, but they are volunteering to teach each other. Because learning, when it comes to building wealth, it's a team sport. It's a team sport. You can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. So you need that community. Can you imagine if you're in a community where you are getting this kind of information every day and acting, then in another 5 to 10 years, you will not be regretting. And then some information you have today can actually retire you if you're in your 50s. If you play the right cards. Okay, look at what Better Glass did. Better Glass or Bitter Glass in the Nigerian stock market. From last year, it was like 40 naira or something, just last year. Today, that thing is 330 something naira. So did you know that instead of buying that your worthless car that you bought just to show off your neighbors that you have an SUV, and then you bought it for 5 million, can you imagine that you could have been retiring only 6-7 months later on just one stock, that Bitter Glass alone? And there are opportunities like that still in the market, in the financial markets. And the interesting thing is, I read a report yesterday that the Nigerian stock market is seeing more participation from foreigners and institutions, foreign institutions, than ever. So the market is at the base of a hockey stick because there's so many undervalued companies. In fact, the opportunities are endless. GT Bank, just a few months ago, you could get GT Bank for 30 naira, 28 naira, like last year, 32, 35. GT Bank, as we're talking to you, is now, I don't know what it is today, like 84 naira, 85 in 1 year. Collect your money. The financial markets have advantage that you can't find anywhere else. And as this is happening, people are also making money in bonds, in ETFs. People are making money in all kinds of financial instruments in the financial market. So take advantage. So if you want to be part of the next financial fitness challenge, the next class is currently enrolling. Listen to instruction carefully, how you are going to enroll. And you can actually enroll tonight and then hang on in that group, because once I finish with the current cohort, we still have a lot we're doing. And then I'm going to start with the next cohort, but we are enrolling the next cohort right now, so you can join the next financial fitness challenge. Please, it is not a get-rich-quick thing. It's going to involve work. And then, if you are not computer literate, please don't join. I do not need your money. Some people are unable to participate because they don't even know how YouTube works or how whatever. But if you are the learning type, you can actually learn and join. But do not come there and become a liability to yourself, because you are going to be the one to drive it. I'm not going to be spoon feeding you. I'm going to guide you, but you hold the engine. You are holding the driver's seat. And I can tell you, like people who are in the group know, I don't hide anything. And I'm only teaching what I know, what I have done, what I've practiced that's working for me. So if you come to me and say, teach me crypto, I cannot guarantee crypto. I can talk about the stock market because I am there and it is doing wonders for me. When I look at my portfolio for just the past 6 months, I have, I'm thankful. I'm really, really thankful. It's just incredible what the market is doing. Just incredible. It's just incredible. I look at my portfolio and I'm looking at the things, what MTN is doing, what RRD is doing. I bought MTN at 170 naira, 190. MTN is like 350 today. There's growth. So I can teach that one. I can teach you how to create systems. The biggest problem people 35 and above have is that they do not have a system for making money. It's just random. So I can talk about that. I can teach what I know, what I'm doing. I cannot promise the one I cannot teach. But if you come into the Financial Fitness Challenge, you are going to have clarity. I promise that one, you are going to have clarity about money. In fact, your eyes are going to open. You will start seeing money. In our Zoom session yesterday with the current cohort, people were just talking about, the most outstanding things that have happened to them since they joined the Financial Fitness Challenge. And then you can hear over and over again, clarity, 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 clarity. And then people are saying, I now see money differently. Just even changing one behavior. And then someone says, oh, she was always a spender. Money comes, she's spending, she's thinking about next. But she says right now that she sees money differently. When money comes, she's thinking in terms of the asset to put it. She doesn't waste money anymore because of the Financial Fitness Challenge. So those are the kind of things. So don't come there expecting, I'm not promising get rich quick. It's not a get rich quick thing. It's not an MLM. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not bring two people, whatever. You are going to work. And so if you are this kind of person, send a WhatsApp message, take down the WhatsApp number. I give this WhatsApp number because there's a lot of people faking me on social media and giving people all kinds of WhatsApp numbers, and people are losing their money. But I warn you, I will never come to your DM to ask you for money. I will never come, because people are going around faking me to be me and then defrauding people, chatting them up. Oh, put money in this account and I'll buy stocks for you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Joseph is saying, do I do Forex trading? Yes, I do, but I don't teach it because that's not my forte. I don't teach it. I do it for myself. And so, even though when you come to the Financial Fitness Challenge, it's not about stock market. I keep saying it's not about, doing YouTube. It's much more than that. You are going to get the mindset, the tools, the guide to be able to, if it's Forex trading, you want to focus on because what I teach is to develop your investment philosophy, to understand your objective about money, what you really want to do with money, and to define what financial success means to you. Because until you define it, people just keep comparing themselves with themselves. It's now when you define what financial success means to you, that you now start talking about, okay, how am I going to get there? Some people might choose Forex trading because their personality aligns with that. Some other people might choose, okay, I want to do e-commerce. Some other people might say, okay, I want to do digital products. Some other people will say, I want to do YouTube. So I teach you the ones I know that you can do, and then I also teach you the principles behind it, so that whatever you choose to do, you shouldn't be limited to just the ones I'm doing. Because you might have, the Forex trading might be it for you. Cryptocurrency might be it for you. So I teach the first principles so that you can take it, and whatever you can, use that to have clarity about, okay, this is what financial success means to me, and this is the vehicle that's going to take me there. This is the plan that I'm going to customize to get there. And everybody's financial journey is different. So don't compare yours to your neighbors. Okay, the WhatsApp number is +234 8088 000 111. It is $125. You pay only once, and you belong to that cohort forever. And if you take the advantage immediately after this broadcast, you can take advantage of the early bird offer, which is 105 instead of 125. In Nigerian Naira, it is 125,000, but you can take advantage of the early bird immediately after this, and you pay 20,000 off. You pay only 105,000 Nigerian Naira. That is it. Some people say, some people are asking if they can pay, do part payment. Yes, you can. And you're going to be admitted either in the coming cohort or the next one, the very moment you finish paying. If that is you, just send me payment details. Send me early bird payment details to WhatsApp number +234 8088 000 111, and then you are going to get the details. And then other questions you are asking about: how is it, what is the structure, how does it run? Once you send that message, you'll get all that information, how it is structured. So there's a self-paced learning, because people come from different time zones. In the other group, we have somebody that joins from Hong Kong. We have 2-3 people from Australia. We have so many people from the United States, so many people from the UK and Germany, and then some people from Canada, from all over the place. So the time zones are very different. So there is the learning module, the videos and worksheets that will guide you, that will help you. Then we meet 3 times, 3 plenaries, to now have direct live coaching. And then more importantly, there are interactions in the group with the people that are already there, because we want to create a community of wealth where people, not just me, you can support each other, you can learn from one another, and then we answer questions. And then we do have a stockbroker, which I think is really one of the best. They are really, really fantastic, to me, since I started using them. Their trading platform executes fast. And when you pay into your investment account, you don't need to start sending messages to tell them, oh, I've paid, or to send proof of deposit. The thing appears in your investment account automatically. It's amazing. And so whether I'm in the United States, or I'm in Ghana, or I'm in Lagos, or the village, wherever, I'm able to monitor and to buy my stocks and then my investments without having to make a phone call to anybody. Oh, can you help me buy this other one today? No, I don't do that. And then we have tools. I teach you tools. I show you tools that you can use to see what the market is doing live and how to place your order. What do offers mean? What do bids mean? How can I take advantage of the bids and the spread to place my order? Not to buy at market price, but to buy at limit. And then you can buy at limit and make instant profits. All those things, you get a chance to learn how they work. So if that is you, just send that message, and then we'll get started in the next cohort. So you're going to be in the holding room until we start for the next one. Thank you, Joseph Daco. Right, so it's time for you to share your aha moments today. I'm sure that you all have aha moments. Please type your aha moments here. So I'm going to read a couple of them before we draw the curtain today. All right, we have Joseph Daku is asking, please okay, I've taken that. KA Comrade says, can I join the challenge I'm from Kenya? Of course. How long is the financial fitness challenge and what's the cost? I think I've answered that. Okay, when is the next cohort starting? It's starting in July. What's the name of the broker? The broker is Atlas Portfolio. They are registered. Okay, very good. Setlai says, I need a crypto mentorship. Very good. Yeah. All right. Absolutely. I think you should get it because the crypto, if you actually don't learn about crypto, I think you're losing a lot. That's what I discovered. I'll do some sessions on crypto as I learn, because it's amazing. Some days I'm seeing in one day PNLs of like 20%. That's insane. Okay. Chinwende said, I tried getting Kutix as advised in one of, but the money was reversed. Okay, the money was reversed because you probably did not know how to place a bid that will go. Does Atlas Portfolio have a mobile app? No, not yet. So you will use your web browser. Okay, all right, thank you. I hope this has been really, really wonderful and eye-opening and valuable for you. So you go out there, take advantage of the financial market's advantage to grow your wealth. And whatever happens, keep showing up. And I'm going to see you exactly same time tomorrow. I usually come on live between 8 and 8:30 p.m. GMT plus 1. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. And importantly, hit that notification bell so that whenever I'm live, you'll get to know, you won't miss it. And before we go, if you haven't liked this, I know it's because you forgot. Because if you got so much value and you're still here, then you should press that love button. Yeah, go ahead and press the love button, and then make sure you share it, because I think it helps the algorithm to send it to people who need to hear this. Because if all of us are, growing wealth together, there's more than enough for everybody. There's more than enough. So the more, the better. Okay, so keep showing up, and I'll see you in the very next video. God bless.